Hi guys, okay, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you came back on another Wednesday for a brand new video. So if you guys have been watching any of my vlogs, any of the last couple of videos, if you watched my last haul from London and from Memorial Day weekend, you guys will know that I just got back from Europe. I spent 2.5, almost 3 weeks in Europe, partly with my school and partly by myself. And so now I am back and I want to tell you about my travel experience, because it was really fun and I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I don't think I've done one of these. I did a travel Q&A for my last video before the London haul, and it was really fun to do that one, but I wanted to tell you about my experience, like tips I have, some things I found out about myself, some things I found out about traveling alone, camera tips, any of that stuff. And so I have like this really actually long list of things that I'm going to talk about for a few minutes. And so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I went to Nice in France and Paris as well, and I went to Amsterdam after that, and then I went to London and I came back home. I was gone for about 2.5, 3 weeks. I left on May the 7th and I got back on the 23rd, so it's like right at 3 weeks. And it was an amazing time. I've been to France and London before, but I've never been to Amsterdam and I've never been to Nice. So this was the first and kind of like a repeated time. I think this was the second time I've been to London and the third time that I've been to Paris. Both times I went to Paris before then, I was with my school. I was in high school, so it was very like strict and rigid, and we have to be here at this time, here at this time, and I'm like, I just want to be able to enjoy Paris, walk around, go hang out with a friend, like I did actually. I got with my friend Rachel for a few, and just enjoy the city, look around, do what I want to do, not like worry about, oh, I have to be at this museum at this time, and this museum at this time. I started off in Paris with my school, and then I ended up staying a couple extra nights because they went home, and I was like, well, I want to stay an extra couple hours in Paris and enjoy a little bit more of the view. And so I did that, and it was amazing. So from a financial standpoint, my parents paid for me to get over to Europe, but once I was there, all of the hotels I stayed at, all of the like travel I did in in between each country was done by me, financed by me, partly by you guys in the vlog. But yeah, it was amazing. I financed most of it myself. It was kind of cool to see how I could do it myself. I didn't think I could, but I did. And I was just able to like go between the countries on the train, which is very cheap compared to like flying. And I actually found a deal when I went from Amsterdam to London, because it was either I would take the bus, and that would take me like 36 hours, which is ridiculous, or I would take a flight. And so I took a flight to London Gatwick, and I was only $54 on British Airways, which is insane to think about, flying between countries at $54. I think $54 in America would get you half the way to New York, and I don't even think it would get you North Carolina or DC. For me, my travel experience was really cool because I didn't really get affected by jet lag that much. I've never been one that got really like hungover by jet lag and was like, oh my gosh, jet lag, I'm sleeping all day. When I got back, I slept like the dead for 2 days straight. It was ridiculous. I didn't get anything done, I didn't do anything. I just kind of slept the whole time I got back. But jet lag didn't really hit me that hard when I got there. I did sleep a little bit longer when I first got there, like the first night, the second day, it was a bit harder, but once I like pushed through it and I got my body acclimated to it, I was fine. I didn't really have to worry about, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna go to dinner. And I just kind of really adjusted myself very quickly. I do drink a lot of water on my flights. I don't know if that helps, but I was hydrated, so I didn't feel as tired, and so I was able to like have a lot of energy during the days to kind of keep going and pushing through, so I wouldn't get super tired when I was out and about in Nice, walking around all day to museums. And so, as you guys know, I like to vlog and I do a lot of photography, hence the vlog and the YouTube channel, and I think total of, there were 2 and then 6, I think 6 or 7 vlogs I did while I was abroad the whole time. And as you guys know, I do a lot of that. Vlogging in public is a lot. I didn't see it as much, but I did notice that there were more vlogger-esque people while I was abroad compared to here. If I walk around with my phone and I'm like, hey guys, okay, welcome to the vlog, then people are gonna be like, looks. And so I noticed that I could do that a lot more openly and people wouldn't give me weird looks. I still got, of course I still got the looks from people when I was vlogging out in public, and I'm still super shy and super awkward with it, and so I was kind of like, hey guys, okay, welcome to the vlog. I'm here at the train station, I'm at Covent Garden. But I did enjoy vlogging a lot more than I do when I'm here, and I just feel like I had more content to do. And I did a lot of fun stuff while I was there, and my days were jam-packed. Whenever I got back to the hotel or the apartment or wherever I was staying, I would crash for the night, especially at like, because I got back really late. I always got back around midnight, or I would stay up till like midnight, which is ridiculous. And so I would just not do anything for like all night, and I would just go and sleep and then wake up fresh. And vlogging was really fun to do while I was there, because now I have all these videos of like what I did. I have a couple of photography tips. So I traveled alone for the most part. So like on the first half of my trip when I was with my school, I was fine. I had someone who could help me take pictures and everything. But once I got like the last couple of days I was in Paris, I was alone. So I didn't have a way to have someone take my picture, or I really didn't feel comfortable asking someone in the middle of the street, oh, can you take my picture? I could say it in French, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. I'll probably say it later on when I do like a French tips how to travel video. But so I was really uncomfortable with it, and so I brought a tripod with me. I brought my brand new tripod that I bought from Best Buy. I will link it down below in the description box for you guys in case you're looking at it. I think it's 52 inches. No idea how tall it is, but I will look it up and I'll put everything in the description box, and I'll probably like leave a little note right there. But it's an amazing tripod. I love it. It was able to get me through security without having to like flag or anything. I didn't have to worry about like, oh, it's too big, it's not going to fit. And honest to God, I had window seats, and so what I did, so I had a little bit of extra space in those seats underneath the plane. What I would do, I would take it out and stick it in a little pocket between like the seat and the window, and I would just slide it right there and leave it and go to sleep. And so I would be able to stretch out my feet a little bit more and have just like even the tiniest bit of space, because I was in economy class like everybody else, and so I wanted to have as much space as possible. So I just kind of took the tripod out and stuck it in there. And I have the Canon Connect app, I think that's what it's called, and that's a really helpful app for when I was traveling, because literally all I would do, I would set it up, and then I would have my phone either nearby me, or yeah, this Canon Connect. So I'd have my phone either nearby me or in front of me or in my hand, and I would just use the remote shooting function and the Wi-Fi enabling on the camera to take pictures and get everything done that I need to do, so then I didn't have to like have somebody do it for me, which was helpful. And the pictures have turned out really, really nice, and I'm actually really surprised by how they turned out. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. So if you're traveling alone and you want pictures, buy a tripod and see if your camera company has some sort of app, or buy a remote. Sometimes you can buy a remote, like little remotes for your tripod, and then you can use it to help take pictures for you. And it's like, and the remotes are really small, and so it just, there's a little extension that plugs into the camera, and then the remote's actually in your hand. So you'll be good. So as I just said, I traveled alone, which was good and bad. It was really good because I got to decide what I wanted to do. Like I got to go to the Rijksmuseum, and I got to go to the Banksy Warhol exhibit at another museum in Amsterdam, and I got to go to the British Museum and just walk around. I didn't have to worry about like, oh, I have a meeting, but then my friend wants to go here. Oh, I have a meeting, but my parents want to go here. My brother wants to go there. I just could do my own thing, which was really great, and I didn't have to like check in with anybody unless I was meeting somebody for lunch or breakfast. I was surprised. I'm really, really, really bad, or really good about not running late, but for some reason when I was over there, I could not be on time. And I would leave early and I would leave with enough time, but then something would happen and I would be like 30 minutes late to a lunch, or like 10 minutes late to a meeting, and I'm like, oh my god, I've never been in this situation. I think I promise when I come back and we have lunch, I will not be late. I will be early and I'll meet you there, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, hey, what's up? I'm never late for stuff like that, especially if it's like a vlogging meeting and stuff like that. I'm never late, but I was late like 2 or 3 times, and it messed with me. But yeah, I'm never late like that. But traveling alone, I got to do my own thing, and I didn't have to like worry about like scheduling other people's schedules with mine, and I'm using lots of hand motions. It was good and it was bad because there were days where I just wished that I had a friend to talk to at the end of the day about what I was doing, or someone to walk with me while I was going on that like 2-mile walk to Kyoto Garden, which was nice. But I listened to music. I listened to basically the entire Hamilton soundtrack. But I wish I had a friend who was with me who would just like chat with me about it. But I did just kind of chat with people on my phone, on WhatsApp, the whole time I was gone. So it wasn't really like I was alone. I had friends the whole time. So someone asked me earlier when I got back, would I do it again? Like, would I go traveling alone by myself again? And I think the answer to that is yes. I really enjoyed it, and I actually think I might do it again next summer. Probably we'll start in Asia and then go to Europe. I'm gonna try that. We're gonna see how that goes. But I think I might do that again because I just like having the freedom to do what I want to do. I might bring one friend with me or something, maybe, or meet up with someone periodically throughout where I'm going and stay with them, or have someone stay with me when I'm going places. But I do think that I would travel alone again because it was actually really fun. Traveling alone as a woman is very hard because it's not always the safest thing to do, especially if it ends up being in a bigger city or I have to walk around at night, like sometimes I did while I was in London. But a lot of times it's just kind of like it's kind of how you walk, and it's kind of the people who are around you and where you are, if it's a safe area, if it's not a safe area. A lot of times I do a lot of research into where I'm staying, and so I make sure that I'm in a safer part of the city, or if I'm not, then I don't leave the hotel at night and I just kind of stay in, I order food, or I make sure that I'm going and meeting up with someone. I'm going to point A to point B, and they know where I'm going, what time I should be there, and if I'm not, then they'll be worried and they'll find out what's going on with me. So I've got like 6 quick like packing tips about how to I got 6 tips, some about packing, some not about packing, about things I learned traveling to Europe. So the first one is don't be afraid to say hi to people. Don't be afraid to reach out and network, because networking is amazing. I networked a lot before I went, and so people were able to be like, oh, hey, oh yeah, let's go out to lunch, let's go get coffee, let's go do something, let's go get dinner or something. And it was really good because now I know people for when I go back, especially in London. I think I met with somebody just about every day, or I think it was one day I didn't. But yeah, I met with people just about every day I was there, and so I have like a really good group of people that I'm glad to reach out to next time. And I've got a list of people that I'm going to say hi to when I go back the next time I go back, who are new, who I haven't met, and so I'm really excited to do that. So yeah, don't be afraid to say hi and network with people, because you never know who will actually respond back to you and say yes, and you might get something good out of it. The second one, when you're packing your carry-on bag, pack a tote inside your actual suitcase. A, it takes up space, and B, because when you come back, you're probably going to have stuff with you that won't fit in like your smaller carry-on bag. And so what I did, I took a tote bag, and I took my duffel bag, and I took my big bag, and I packed my duffel in my main bag. So then when I did come home, all I had to do was just take the duffel out and put my actual tote bag in the bag, and just repack the duffel with all the extra stuff that I bought. Because I actually did go shopping. It was great. The third thing I found was when you pack a bit of everything. You never know what kind of weather it's going to be. I know when I was on the day that I walked to the garden, I forgot my waterproof jacket. Really dumb. I ended up buying one. But it's a nice parka that I'm going to wear all summer because it's really lightweight. I'll show it to you. Well, you saw it in my Primark haul from London. But make sure to bring a bit of everything. You never know what the weather's going to be like. I know that the weather was hot one day, and then it was like lukewarm cold the next day. And I just needed like stuff to get me through the days. I ended up re-wearing a lot of the same jeans, but it was okay. The fourth thing is don't be afraid to try new things and get out of your comfort zone. Because I know I did that for the first time, and I'm actually really happy I did. I tried some foods that I never thought I would try. I went and did things that I never thought I would do. I got out of my comfort zone, and I started actually vlogging in the street and not caring about what people were thinking while I was doing it, which is totally new for me. I've never done that before because it freaks me out. And yeah, so don't be afraid to just do things because you want to do them, because at the end of the day, you're only there for a short amount of time and people don't really know you. The fifth thing I would say is before you go, check your phone and make sure the phone's unlocked. Even if you're not buying a phone, even if you're not buying a phone from, even if you aren't buying a SIM card from abroad, make sure the phone's unlocked because you never know what's going to go wrong. I had a phone issue, and so I was without a phone for 5 days. I could use it when I didn't have a SIM, but that means that I only had phone capabilities when I was at a place with Wi-Fi. It is good that most places in Europe have Wi-Fi, but not all of them do, so I was kind of out of luck for a good bit, and so I really need to make sure before I go back that my phone is unlocked so it doesn't do that again. You honestly never know what's going to happen with the phone, so just be sure to make sure that it's unlocked, so then if something does happen, then you can get a new phone, or you can at least buy a new SIM card that works, because my phone is locked to a US network, so I was out of luck. My last tip is have fun. Like, go out and do stuff and have fun. Like, I know I am an introvert, and so I like to stay inside and not do things a lot, but I think I really just got out of my comfort zone and went and did stuff I never thought I would do, which is part of why I had such a great time and why I always have such a great time. And it's because I just go out and do stuff that I probably wouldn't do if I'm in Atlanta, or if I'm somewhere in the States, or if I'm somewhere that I've been a lot. So I think just go out and have fun and do fun stuff, because you never know how long you might be there. So my trip was amazing. I just had like a couple frustrating times. The first one was when I was leaving Paris, and I got like really stuck in the train station. I had no idea why. I just like couldn't find my way to the actual trains. But then I found my way and I was fine. And then the second was like when I was leaving Amsterdam. It was always when I was leaving someplace. And I found that like the line to get out if you weren't an EU citizen or a UK citizen was horrible. I was in that line for at least an hour and a half. I almost ended up missing my flight because of that line. But so I think there needs to be some reforms on getting other countries out and like working on the lines. And I've been through there before, and it was never like that. But I guess that day was just really bad. So I really hope you guys liked this video. That was my European 2016 travel experience. If you liked the video, you can go down below and let me know what you liked in the comments, or just tell me how you liked it, or you can give this video a thumbs up. You can do both, or you can click right here next to my face and subscribe, and then you'll get all the notifications about my new videos. And I will have a new video for you guys on Sunday, and I hope you guys like this video, and you can check out my last video via the card at the end of this, and I will see you all on Sunday. Bye!